Hey everyone, Jennifer Roberts, the Podqueen. And because it's my show, because I'm a queen, I can say I'm doing part 2B. I said I was only doing 4 parts, but I had so much to say because I like to talk. And so we're doing 2B, and I'm going to go through some more Beatitudes. 2B for Beatitudes. Aren't I tricky? Okay, so I just talked a little bit about blessed are those who mourn, and ended with the statement that when we refuse to be comforted by anything else but God, we've entered into spiritual mourning. And that is an important place to be, because that gets us in touch with eternity. Eternity is written on our hearts, and nothing else will satisfy that cry for eternity except for the God of eternity. And when we mourn, when we long for more of Him, when we desire Him and Him alone, and not allow ourselves to be falsely comforted with temporal things, falsely comforted with even legitimate pleasures, but refuse that and say, no, it's only God that satisfies this cry in my heart. We've entered into spiritual mourning, and He Himself will come, and He will comfort you, and He will satisfy you, and He will touch the deep parts of your heart. And so I love that beatitude. It says, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And so the other word we can use for blessed is happy. So there's a sense of satisfaction, a sense of joy, there's a sense of happiness when we walk according to God's way. And we're happy when God Himself comes and comforts us. So the next beatitude I want to highlight, it says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. You know, if you just think about meekness, and they're going to inherit the earth, I don't know, because I look around and it seems like the quiet ones, the ones that don't fight for themselves, they're not getting anything. They're being misunderstood, they're being overlooked, they're being taken advantage of. So this is talking about something spiritual. This is spiritual meekness that is not a personality type. You can be meek and be loud. You can be meek and be opinionated. You can be meek and have a huge personality. This is about knowing who you are, holding yourself back, bringing your gifts, your talents, your skills under the leadership of God, and allowing Him to use you at the right time in the right place, not pushing yourself forward, trusting Him with your strength. And so there's a term when a horse is trained, the term is that they're made meek. It's when the trainer puts the bit in their mouth, and that little tiny bit somehow can control this huge animal. And so it's the process of it becoming meek. And so this is what the Lord does. He teaches us meekness. If we can control our tongue, my goodness, we have stepped into some really deep things in God. And so when we take our power, our resources, our gifts, our talents, we give it to the Lord, we surrender it to Him, we've actually entered into meekness. It's humility, it's knowing who we are in God. It's not saying I'm no good at this, I'm terrible. It's not insecurity, it's not lack of confidence, it's confidence in Him. It's believing in His timing. It's trusting Him with your resources, that if He gave you these gifts, then He has a purpose for those gifts. And you don't have to fight your way to the front to see yourself released. He, in His time, will bring that about. And then you inherit the earth. I mean, you can fight for your little piece of property, or you can inherit the earth when you do it God's way. And so I love this one. Meekness, it's beautiful to God. And the meekest one we know is Jesus. In Philippians 2, it says He didn't hold on to His position. He didn't tell everyone, hey everyone, fall down, bow down to me, I am God. He lived among human beings as God, fully man,
and yet won people over with his life. I love that. There would be no humility if Jesus hadn't come to the earth. And so meekness is a beautiful thing. And so I want you to ask God to give you wisdom about how to walk out meekness in your life. That's what the Podqueen thinks.